signals to your pituitary gland. Now remember, you have something in your body called cells. You have for the chosen people, you have 150 trillion cells in your body. They eat like you do, they poop like you do, they just can't get up and walk around like you do because you have to feed the cells, which will feed the tissues, which will feed the organs. This is how you heal on a cellular level. Your cells make up tissues and your tissues make up organs, right? Your pituitary gland correlates with your height, your weight, even how wet a woman gets. This is what the pituitary gland correlates with. All right. Now, these things also go into your bloodstream. A lot of these things like oatmeal, almonds, peanut butter, cashews is wearing the lining of your intestines, causing undigested food to leak into your digestive tract into the blood, otherwise known as DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Then your emotions is chemical hormones that's transferred to your blood. What you put on your skin absorbs so your skin becomes a part of your bloodstream. Even when you exercise, it builds up uric acid, goes to the blood. Even when you get sunlight, as it turns into a lipid-based oil, hits the liver and kidney and goes to the blood. Even when you do diaphragm breath work, it goes to the blood. Ozone therapy, color therapy, red light therapy. These things go straight to the blood, then it's dumped off into your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is a sewage tank of your body. It consists of T cells, B cells, macrophages, bifidobacteria, lactobacillus bacteria. Then it's dumped off into your glymphatic system. The glymphatic system is a recently discovered system that's used to eliminate metabolic waste, parasites, and unwanted pathogens in the brain. Then these things are then dumped off into your liver, where it builds up and creates fatty acids. You know, when you get angry all the time, you have mood changes. That anger comes from liver issues, right? Your liver does something called secrete bile. Once you cleanse the liver, the anger will go away. You have too many fatty acids on your liver, right? And then you have something called your kidneys. Above the kidneys, you have the adrenal glands, also known as the suprarenal glands, right? These are small pyramid-shaped glands that sit on top of the kidneys, right? Your adrenal glands correlate with your blood flow and your oxygen levels throughout the body. So for the man, we give out like 180 liters of blood a day. For the woman, it's 150 liters of blood. And we both give out 8 liters of fluid a day, right? Now, remember I told you earlier that there's 9 different things that everybody's dealing with? No matter what you was diagnosed with, it's dealing with 9 different things. What's the first thing y'all think that all these things can relate to? What's the first thing y'all think that all these so-called diseases that we're dealing with, it all has something to do with? What's the first one? Anybody know the first one? That's a good one. Mucus. Okay, what's another one? Give me some more. Give me some more. What are we all dealing with? Parasites. There you go, light skin. Most of y'all, your body is engulfed with parasites. That's eating up all the minerals. That's why you're dehydrated. Why you got headaches? Because parasites is pooping in your brain. Why do you have anemia? Parasites. Why do you have sickle cell anemia? Parasites. Your body is engulfed with parasites, right? You see what I'm saying? Mold. A lot of you have a lot of mold in your body. Fungus. You have a lot of fungus, right? You're suffering from acidosis, which is causing the pain that you're having right now. Acidosis correlates with the pain that you're feeling, right? All right. What about candida? That's that bad bacteria. A lot of you have a lot of candida overgrowth, right? All right. What else we dealing with? Infections. Somebody mentioned infections in the chat. All right, what else are we dealing with? We are dealing with, let me ask y'all a question. We got parasites, we got mold, we got infections, we got yeast. What about yeast buildup? Who's the yeast infections, urinary tract infections? Who's dealing with this? Who's lacking energy right now? Who has a lack of energy? You're fatigued, shortness of breath. Who is lacking energy? Otherwise known as ATP, which correlates with adenosine triphosphate, adenosine monophosphate, and you got adenosine diphosphate. Who in here is lacking minerals? Who has a lack of minerals? Iron deficient, vitamin B deficient, vitamin C deficient, all these vitamin B12 deficient. Who's lacking oxygen? Who's lacking minerals? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to break this down one more time, and then we're going to do a Q&A. I hope y'all excited as I am, and the team is. We're going to break this down one more time. We're going to open up the chat to do a Q&A. So every so-called disease is the same thing. They manifest itself differently. No matter if you got PCOS, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, the big C, anemia, insomnia, everything is the same, right? It's either going to be a bacteria that affects the blood or a virus that affects the lymphatic system, so-called virus. The two major fluids in your body is your blood and lymphatic fluid. Disease is not a disease. These are responses to your NRF1 and 2 pathways. The NRF1/2 pathways is a regulation of genes and proteins. It's the true detoxification and elimination of the body. You have to eliminate before you accumulate. The NRF1 represents accumulation of energy. The NRF2 represents elimination of detox. Your immune system is really your lymphatic system. That's what it really is at the end of the day. Your lymphatic system consists of T cells. T cells used to fight off parasites, unwanted pathogens, and infections. Your B cells produce antibodies to fight off infections. Your macrophages fight off acidosis. All of this is a part of your white blood count, right? Everybody has something in common. We all got to eat. We all go through emotions. Most of us we're still using Dove soap. We're still using Cloress, caressing ourselves with chemicals. We're using secret deodorant that got secret chemicals in it like aluminum, right? So you're eating all these complex proteins thinking we need protein to survive. The flesh is the reason why you're in a situation. The dairy is the reason why you're in a situation. The bread, the oatmeal, the almonds, the peanuts, the grits. That's the reason why you're in the situation you're in now. Because those are complex proteins. The avocados, the onions, the chickpeas, the coconut flesh, the golden sea moss, the soy products, the purified water, your MEDS. That's the reason why you're in this situation. The synthetic estrogen is teamed up with L-arginine. L-arginine is teamed up with complex proteins. It's creating acidosis. The acidosis is sending a natural signal to your pituitary gland. Your pituitary gland correlates with your height, your weight, even how wet a woman gets. Your pituitary gland secretes growth hormones, regulates the thyroid adrenal reproductive system. The pituitary gland feeds itself zinc. Zinc is what keeps all your minerals together, plus with iron phosphate. Zinc correlates with testosterone, which helps to build cholesterol. Now you're sending a natural signal to your hypothalamus gland. Your hypothalamus gland sends chemical messages for the thyroid production. It correlates with your endocrine system and the emotion. Now remember, the hypothalamus gland and the endocrine system is what is in control of the pancreas. The pancreas produces insulin. The pancreas produces over 4,000 metabolic different enzymatic reactions, right? Now, your pineal gland feeds your cells serotonin and melatonin, right? Serotonin and melatonin correlates with your circadian rhythm, right? Your thyroid gland produces thyroxine, which feeds your cells calcium, magnesium, iodine, and phosphorus. So again, your pituitary gland feeds the cells zinc. Zinc is the mineral that keeps everything together. So when we talk, we're going to get right into this. If y'all are excited as I am, if y'all are ready to get down with the get down, let's start the Q&A. Let's start the Q&A. Now we know the problem of how you got in this situation, okay? So before we get into it, I want y'all to take a screenshot of this video because a lot of y'all are going to be having a lot of questions on what do I eat. I want y'all to watch this video before you call me. I'm going to put the video on the screen. Take a screenshot of the video. It's called How to Start a Healthy Lifestyle. This is the video right here. So take a screenshot of the video. How to Start a Healthy Lifestyle, Phil Coffer. Make sure you take a screenshot of my information. Text my phone. I need your first name and your main health issue. And make sure you get your blood work together. Again, I'm going to let some people on the panel. We're going to do a Q&A. Go ahead and share that live because we're about to do the Q&A. Take a screenshot of the video. How to Start a Healthy Lifestyle, Phil Coffer. And the website is on the panel. Also my number. Text me your first name and your main health condition. All right. So if y'all are ready to do the Q&A, let's go ahead and share that live. We are about to start the Q&A. We're going to let some people on the panel so you can ask some questions and most importantly, get some answers. This is about time, y'all. Don't do this for us. Do this for your next generation. We need answers. We need solutions. I know y'all tired of dealing with all the big C, the COPD, the diabetes, the lupus, the canine C, the bone on bone, the high cholesterol, the tingling, the numbness, the constipation, dehydration. If you're tired of dealing with this, share that live. We are going to start the Q&A. All right. So let's type F1 in the chat. Type F1 in the chat if you would like to come on the panel, ask a few questions to get started with the Q&A. Again, make sure I take a screenshot of the information. F1 in the chat if you would like to come on the panel, ask some questions. All right. F1 in the chat if you would like to come on the panel, ask some questions. Okay. MCAT, Glean, I sent you an invite. Sky wants to come up. I sent you an invite. Ricky wants to come up. I sent you an invite. Give me 1 second. MCAT and Glean and Scott. Give me a second. Let me let some more people up. Raspberry wants to come up. I sent you an invite. Queen Boss wants to come up. I sent you an invite. We're sorry to hear that, Authentic Beauty. Son wants to come up. I sent you an invite. The Quack. I think his name the Quack. I sent you an invite. Miss MCAT, how we doing? Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you got going on. How can I help you today?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a weird situation that no doctor has been able to figure out. Back in about 2018, I had my TSH levels. I went hyperthyroid. And then the levels dropped back down, but I've always been subclinical to not going hypo. And so since then, I've had chronic thyroiditis, and they don't know why. I constantly get my levels tested, my TSH, T3, T4, free T. And they've always come back just below the levels. And it's just been that way ever since. But I have all these other conditions. Like, I felt like I've been trying to get screened for other things, but overall, they always say I'm healthy.
Okay, but your main one is the chronic thyroiditis, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's causing other issues like that you would see along with thyroid issues like weight, fatigue, hair loss. Just sometimes the sensitivity to hot and cold. I was going to get checked for lupus or Sjogren's syndrome. I had my cortisol levels tested, and the only other thing is I'm perimenopausal.
Okay. Now, remember what I said earlier that every so-called disease is the same? We're up here trying to get a diagnosis when it's all the same thing. For example, you've been running around a lot of different specialists trying to get answers. Nobody can give you the answer, right? It sucks at times because you're trying to find an answer, you want to heal, and you feel like you're running into all the wrong places. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
All right. Now,
yeah, they don't. My endocrinologist said I was an enigma. He's like, I don't know.
Before you talk to anybody, what's the first question you're supposed to ask them when you have hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, or chronic hypo? What's the question you're supposed to ask? What's the first question you're supposed to ask them when you're talking to somebody about your situation?
I mean, I would ask them what his experience in that field is. I mean, I don't know.
You know what I would ask them? Have you ever helped somebody heal from hyperthyroidism? Have you ever helped somebody heal from hypothyroidism? Why would I talk to you if you have never helped nobody heal from it? Does it make sense?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I don't care how many
I totally get what you're saying.
I don't care how many certificates you got.
Yeah, that's a very Eastern concept. Like, how's your health and stuff too? Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna help somebody if you haven't.
I'm on my Instagram, right? This is my Instagram. On my Instagram, you will see testimonials and reviews, right? So we're gonna scroll down. Guess how long this took for this person to heal from hyperthyroidism? You see the TSH levels up top?
I can't read that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's high.
5.9. Look what happened in less than 10 days. That's hyperthyroidism. Now, what about hypothyroidism? Can you do the same thing in 10 days with hypo? Let's see. Let's scroll down to hypo. Now, this is the message from the doctor's office, right? This is the TSH screen levels. Comment from doctor's office. Hi, looks like your thyroid lab is still out of range. This is hypothyroidism. So you'll need to start medication to get your thyroid level back to normal. I've ordered the medication started right away. I've ordered follow-up lab work for you to get the thyroid level checked in 6 to 8 weeks. Now, she didn't say you was going to be healed in 6 to 8 weeks. She said, come on back to get some more medicine in 6 to 8 weeks, right? You see her TSH levels?
It went up.
Look what happened in 10 days when she met me and my team.
Amen. That's
now
good.
This is a direct message from the phone. Supreme, I said, Supreme rising you up. She said, I was asleep, but I'm awake now. Good morning. I said, so your results, you know what this means, right? She said, yes, I do. No more meds and my doctor is alive. I said, so you're fully healed? I am now. All I have to do is continue eating right and living right. So how do you get yourself in this situation? Let's start from the beginning. What you're eating, balancing your emotions, what are you putting on your skin, proper exercise and sunlight, and diaphragm breath work. Are you eating anything that's on this list?
My diet's actually pretty bad. Not because it's junky, it's just that I'm at that age where, like, I have a hard time eating sometimes.
So you eat bread, you eat fish,
No.
you eat avocados, you eat onions, you eat garlic.
I try to stick to a whole food plant based diet, but no, I don't do a lot of breads and stuff like that.
So what do you eat? What does breakfast look like?
Like this morning, I have like that toast that's like that Swedish bread.
Okay, toast is what? Toast is
No,
bread.
it's not a bread. It's like that cracker thing that's like that Swedish cracker. It's like made
And
out
what
of
are crackers
nuts.
made out of?
No, it's not. It's not like American made. It's like, hold on, I'll look it up.
What kind of nuts? What kind of peanuts, almonds,
It's all pressed.
macadamia nuts, pistachios?
Seeds and nuts, flaxseed and
We can't do flax seeds. That's a complex proteins. We can't do chia seeds. That's a complex protein. What else I got in it?
it is called. What are these crackers called?
Thank y'all for y'all patience.
It's like
y'all.
from. Oh, it's gluten free. It's crisp bread, Norwegian crisp bread that you get at like Trader Joe's.
So think about it
in
like
it?
this. That sounds good. There you go. What's the ingredient? That's what we want to know.
Sunflower seeds, oat flax.
Can't eat. Hold on. Can't eat sunflower seeds. That's a complex protein. Keep going.
No complex proteins.
Can't do that at all. So you got chia seeds. You got sunflower seeds. What else is in it?
Sesame seeds, flax seeds, rice
Sesame
bran.
seeds is good. Rice bran is garbage. Rice is full of phytic acid that robs your body from calcium. So that what you have in your hand is a complex protein, right?
And sugar beet. Yeah, that's just the base. Then avocado,
Hold
turkey
on.
bacon,
Avocado is full of what?
omegas.
L-arginine, which is a cellular proliferator that grows things. So the thyroid produces thyroxine, right? You got thyroid issue. The thyroid feeds the cells calcium, magnesium. Avocados is feeding the parasites, and they're growing and they're robbing your body from what? Calcium, magnesium, iodine, and phosphorus. This is what the thyroid feeds the cells, which will feed the tissues, which will feed the organs.
Oh, you're talking about
you're
acidosis. Okay. All right.
correct. So
So
look,
you're saying this
you
list of you lost me a little
correct.
bit. So this list is like the no list. Like when they tell you like for your thyroid don't eat broccoli and
Correct.
stuff
Look
like
at this.
that.
Look at this. No list. There you go.
Okay.
So you're eating complex proteins. You're
Well,
eating
damn, that
foods
would
high
take
in
everything out
arginine.
that I eat.
Correct. So what about synthetic estrogen? Are you consuming soy products, purified water? Are you still taking MEDS?
MEDS? What's that?
MEDS.
Oh no.
MEDS.
Yeah, just ones that I need to take for mood stuff. But
Okay. So that's called synthetic estrogen.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
now
can't.
listen.
I can't do. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to olives, and I'm allergic to. I can't drink things like I can. I have to be careful with the breads because I've never been able to like since I was a
What
kid.
if I told you that you're not allergic to
Yeast.
olives? What if I told you that you don't wash your fruits and vegetables properly?
No, no. So
That's what
I
you're
have.
allergic to. I'll give you an example.
No, I'm olive
What
intolerant
watch this. What do you wash your fruits and vegetables with?
with veggie wash.
What's the
I buy
ingredients
that.
in
I
veggie
buy.
wash?
Oh, well, you can either soak it in salt water, like a Himalayan
Let me
salt
ask you
or a sea
this.
salt.
What's the ingredients in veggie wash? Veggie wash. What's the ingredients in it? You don't know, right? Who knows? You just get it because it says veggie wash, right?
I haven't used it in a while, but I learned about soaking the berries in the salt water.
So veggie wash is garbage. Washing your fruits and vegetables with vinegar and is garbage. I'm gonna show you how to properly wash fruits and vegetables so you don't have to deal with all the mineral deficiencies. Lemon, Celtic salt, crystal geyser spring water. Again, that's lemon to it. No, it's what you put.
Yeah, I like
I'm gonna repeat that again. Vinegar excessively stimulates the thyroid gland, leading to
Oh,
hyper and hypothyroidism. Did you know that? Did the doctor tell you that?
no, they don't tell you anything about food. I mean,
So,
I'm in the medical industry too, and I started seeing the scam a long time ago. I've gone back and forth between, you know, almost doing holistic practitioner. So I see what you're saying. No, they won't ever talk
so
to you
look,
about
this is what I'm
diet.
gonna
And if they
do.
do, they'll give you a very small list.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run this back one more time so we can get the problem, and then I'm gonna give you a solution, right? So,
Okay.
as you know, we're just specifically talking about what you're eating. You're eating a lot of synthetic estrogen. It's teaming up with L-arginine, which is teaming up with complex proteins, and what is that creating?
Acidosis.
Acidosis is then sending unnatural signals to your pituitary gland. Your pituitary gland secretes growth hormones and regulates the thyroid, adrenal, reproductive system. Your pituitary gland is responsible for feeding your cells zinc. Zinc is what keeps
Right.
all your minerals together. Then it's sending unnatural signals to your hypothalamus gland that sends chemical messages for your thyroid, which we have thyroid issues. Now your hypothalamus gland is thrown off, your pituitary gland is thrown off because it's getting unnatural signals from this. Then you're sending unnatural signals to your pineal gland. That's probably the reason why you either sleep too much, you don't sleep at all. You're not getting the proper amount of rest because your circadian rhythm is off. Then you got your pancreas that produces insulin, produces more than 4,000 different metabolic enzymatic reactions. Now your thyroid is thrown off because these things are thrown off. Your cells need zinc. Your cells need the calcium, magnesium, iodine, and phosphorus from the thyroid. Your cells need the endocrine and emotions to be balanced. Your cells need serotonin and melatonin, and your cells need insulin. How can it get any one of these things when you're eating this? So this is the problem. Also, how do you have anxiety, stress, depression, sadness, grief?
Yeah.
How does anxiety affect you? What is anxiety?
It's a hormone response. Fight or flight.
Anxiety is a anxiety is a panic attack. Anxiety is a panic attack due to your thyroid and your adrenal glands being fatigued. Anxiety is dehydration and a lack of minerals. That's what anxiety is. Do you have any sadness and grief?
No, it's more just stress, life induced.
What does stress raise in the body?
Cortisol.
What does cortisol raise?
Other hormones.
So let's do it right here. Stress raises what?
Cortisol.
And cortisol raises blood pressure, right?
Blood pressure, and I have low blood pressure actually.
Okay, let's say you got low blood pressure, right? So now, what that does, it rips and tears a little part in the heart. So let's imagine that you have a little rip in your heart. Now, what happens is cholesterol is what's supposed to go patch that up. The brain feeds off of cholesterol. Cholesterol is what's supposed to patch that up. So it can do something called solidify. Then you can get what you would call calcium. What does calcium do to the blood? Calcium constricts the blood vessels.
Right.
Calcium constricts. And what does magnesium do? Relaxes, right?
Right.
So what is high blood pressure? Magnesium deficiency. That's all it
Right.
is.
When I was
So that's
pregnant with my
so
son, they dosed they had me on the magnesium drip because my blood pressure went way too high.
now what is the missing link for that cholesterol to patch up that hole to solidify so you can get calcium magnesium? What is the missing link for the cholesterol to patch up that hole? What do you think it is? What does a pituitary gland feed the cells?
That I don't.
That's the missing link. That's the missing
Zinc.
link right there. Because zinc
Yeah.
correlates with testosterone, and guess what happens after that? Testosterone builds cholesterol. When it builds cholesterol, it patches up the hole to solidify so you can get calcium and magnesium. Magnesium relaxes the blood vessels. Calcium is what constricts the blood vessels. That's all what stress does to the body. This is how you heal it on a cellular level. Am I telling you to run to some magnesium pills to get magnesium? No. Am I telling you to run to no. I'm asking you, where do you get magnesium from? Where do you get calcium from? Do I run to a pill? Where do I run to? You know?
Yeah. But isn't our food, like our soil, is magnesium deficient now, right?
Where do I get magnesium from?
Fruits and vegetables.
There you go. What kind of fruits and
Yeah.
vegetables?
Green leafy ones, spinach, kale, like the same one you would get iron from. They have to be dark green leaves.
Now, check this out.
Peanuts.
Spinach, watch this. Baby spinach, right?
Yeah.
And you got dinosaur kale, right? It's called dino kale. You gotta go to the original. Now, these are used to rebuild the body, right? It should be 10% of these. Those are used to rebuild the body. The fruits, like green apples, stuff
Spirulina.
like that. No, not spirulina. So you got
No.
fruit like green apples. We're gonna do spirulina. You got green apples. You got pomegranate. These unalive intestinal worms and pomegranates is full of iron. And you got your berry family. That's right, berries. Now these are called fructose. Fructose it stimulates the nervous system while promoting lymphatic movement to get the kidneys to filter. This is glucose up here. So we need 90% fructose and 10% glucose. That's what that's all the body needs. When you consume the fruit, it stimulates the nervous system while promoting lymphatic movement and gets the kidneys to filter out the metabolic waste. So what is the problem? These are turning into acidosis. Now your cells can get these minerals because you allowed it in your body. You wanted to be the pescatarian or omnivore or carnivore. Your emotions is
Yeah.
not balanced. Do you still use Dove soap?
No.
What kind of soap you use?
All natural ones like
What's the name?
Castile soap or
So check this out. Let's say you're using the right soap. When is the last time you changed your shower filter?
I just did actually. I've got a whole new shower head. That was one
Do
of
you
the things
have
because where
no.
I live,
Not
I
not
don't
not the
trust the
head.
water.
Not the head, the filter. Not the head,
It's
the
got a
filter.
filter in it. Yeah, it's got one of those purifiers inside of it before it comes out on the handle and on the top one too. It's got two
Now, is
filters
it
on
is
it.
it the one with the balls or the one with the minerals?
Uh, it's got three layers to it, like balls and then the carbon
What if I
and
told you that the balls is synthetic and is not doing nothing for you? You can't do the one with
yeah.
the balls. You got to do with the one with the minerals. Go to change that out. Go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get the Sprite Slimline Shower Filter Chrome. This is the one with the minerals. You never want to see balls inside of your the layers. The balls are synthetic. So
Okay.
you want to get the one with the minerals. This is going to filter out potassium chloride, all the stuff that's inside of the water. The potassium hydroxide, that's what you're showering in. That's the same chemical they put in inmates in death row when they shoot it up their veins and unalive them. You're showering in
Oh wow.
potassium nitrate. Potassium
What about
nitrate is
those?
what they
What
put
about
in
the pure
firecrackers and
filters
explosives.
for the sink? That we have the pure and we have
You
the
need
Brita.
you need you need a 3 to 5 stage under sink filter. Brita is good
Yeah.
because Brita is zero point 0.1 microns. Anytime you
Yeah.
get a filtration system, look at how many microns is the Brita. How many microns is a zero? It needs to be zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.2 or maybe 1 micron. So study microns, get the right filtration system, get a 3 to 5 stage under sink filtration system, exchange the one you got and get something like this. This is cheaper and it's better.
Okay.
So I gave you a few solutions. You got my number, right?
Yeah, I screenshot it. Thank you.
Text that number. I need your first name and get your blood work together. I'm gonna need your lipid panel, your comprehensive metabolic panel, your urinalysis, and I'm gonna need your CBC blood panel.
Yeah, I'm due for
These
it.
are,
I gotta pick a new practitioner because my guy just
shoot,
he left the
you,
business.
you ain't gonna be needing one for a while. Once you talking to me.
Well, well, I still need somebody to go get my lab work from. So like they
Oh,
have to order it.
I got a lot of resources for you. So look, text my phone, get your blood work together for me. We're gonna talk one on one.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. We got Glenn
I
is
saved all your
next.
stuff.
You're welcome. Glenn from this word. How you doing, Glenn?
Hello, how are you doing?